Hey,
Yeah.
before we start, can we just kind of like for the whole cast, James Wong, writing, directing, acting. I finished this episode with very moist eyes, and Larice I thought was about to just like have a heart attack or conniption or totally just explode crying. She made the face, and
Made the panic face.
we made the Mulder crying face. Like, and oh my god, yeah, I think we're all on the same page. It's like
Gosh, my heart.
but that first monologue in the morgue from Jillian, who was not already bawling at that point, right?
Calm down. Hey, everybody.
Trying to calm down. Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Very collective. Breathe it in, breathe in the good, breathe out the bad. Breathe in the good, breathe out the bad.
Okay, we're good. We kind of had a little bit of a happy ending. We should have a better sound. Actually, it sounds pretty good.
We had a little comic relief thanks to Bob.
Thanks. I knew you were going to bring that up.
How can I not?
Yeah.
And as Jillian tweeted, the family foreskin. It's just wrong. It's just.
Did Jillian tweet anything about Bob? Because
well, she said family foreskin in the photo of the three of them.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was in relation to Bob.
No.
Why would you say family foreskin?
I think you're a little obsessed, Walt.
With who?
Hey, everybody. You're ugly crying. I know. I just am like, we have to do a stream and we're not ready because we're really upset.
Let me tell you.
I was like, Walt, are you ready to do a stream? He's like, I'm too upset. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna retweet
that. And you know, it was one of those episodes. You know, it was really a testament to that episode. How much did we already see of that episode? You know, I mean, we've seen what 25-30% of that episode.
But I thought it would be more
going
about the
in
monster.
or more. I thought it was a little more about the monster, but how amazing was that episode? Even knowing as much as we saw. And I was so afraid that we were going to see all the good parts already. And we saw a lot of great parts, but the way it all played out, I had a feeling that's how it was going to play out, but still far exceeded expectations. Like, it doesn't matter if you know what's going to happen. It's like a book that you read 1,000 times. If it's good, who cares? You know, if it's a good book, you're going to read it 1,000 times, and who cares that you know what's going to happen? It's the journey of this episode. I need to watch. I've watched all the episodes this season, at least twice for myself, a third and a fourth time in most cases, so I could write a blog about it. And I need to watch this. I don't want to cut this short. I want to have this discussion, but I almost want to say, I'm sorry, guys. I got to watch this episode like right now. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe we can get this done. No, before 11. And we have an hour and 45 minutes. And rewatch it with the West Coast. I have to do a show in the morning. I know, Carly, shaking.
I was like, when I knew.
Oh, you don't like William, Melissa?
Okay, so
because he's still young. You know what I liked about it? I was expecting him to be like this hero. You know what I mean? Like William's going to come in and save the day, but it's almost like a young Darth Vader in a good way. I didn't like the way they did it in the Star Wars series, but you know, he's kind of a slut. Yeah, he's a player. But again, he's a teenager. He's still a teenager, right? He's 17 years old, right? Or how old is he really in
17.
this? 17. He's a teenager.
They got so close.
I know. Doesn't have all the answers. You know what I mean?
And he knew they were there.
Yeah.
And like, that whole situation, like I knew when they were running through, I was like, just run into them. You have no idea. I just wanted to scream at the TV, run to them, run to them, get them. I was like, get to them, run to them. And then like, I thought we were finally going to get what we wanted when they were like, it's safe. You can come out now. I'm like, please, please. But there's only like a minute left. So we're not going to get it. Right. And when, you know, he projected himself to be,
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'll give you.
Oh, geez, took the whole computer. Yeah. I'm sorry. I need some water. I should have gotten water before we started. And I know what people are saying. That there's a lot of that element.
I was screaming at the television.
Two girlfriends he doesn't like, you know. But there's an element. Think William's 17 years old, so he's lacking maturity. But it's almost like, you know, he's not Luke Skywalker yet, or he's not Darth Vader yet, depending which way he goes.
He better not become Darth Vader.
I mean?
I'm going to be really upset if that happens.
But he's lacking maturity. He has power. And he's testing it out in the only way he knows how. and he takes it too far because he's a teenager that doesn't know limits, let alone his own limits, right? And there's an element of that that's brilliant, and I know why people don't like it.
They got so close to him twice.
And then but I think we both had around the same moment. All of a sudden, we're like, "Holy shit, that's William!" We had that moment in the gas station, and everyone's thinking, "Oh, that's the Japanese guy." And I didn't like the actor when he was cast, but I'm kind of.
I like him now.
What did he do before that people don't like him from?
Well, he's more like a singer, I think. Did he do other stuff?
Was he a YouTube guy or is he a?
No, he's
kind of a pretty boy.
Tim Robbins and Susan Sarandon's son.
Oh, that's right.
So
Francois Chow wasn't even billed in this. It was like a surprise that he was going to be in it.
But I knew that was William when as soon as I got to the gas station, I was like, "Oh shit, that's him. That's him."
There's another guy.
Yeah, he heard Scully talking to him when she thought he was dead. Like, did he hear all of that? Because he said something like, I think
he was apparently he faked the whole thing. He didn't shoot himself. He faked the whole thing. Like nobody ever tested his pulse, or he was able to make people think. Maybe he was like projecting the image of him being shot.
Right.
The whole time. So he did hear that. He heard all that. And holy crap. Yeah. And then when David finally just holds her, and then, there were some feels there. Ooh.
I was like, oh no.
William has Mulder's hair. Yeah. Yeah. William likes baseball. Clearly Mulder's kid. There's no way the CSM plays baseball. But
that is Mulder's kid. Now, my question is, Skinner, how much did he know about this? Like, he seemed very shocked. But I thought at some point we heard Vandekamp this season, right? I need to watch it all over again.
Like, honestly. We need to watch the other episodes. Like, I thought either
actually, I take these off now.
Did Langley or someone tell Mulder Scully that Vandekamp, or
they told.
That's what I thought. He knew Vandekamp.
Spender.
Oh, Spender. That's right.
Yeah,
yes. Spender told Jillian, right? Or
he told Scully, and Scully told Mulder. And
that Vandekamp.
Yeah, they know.
Oh yeah.
They know.
Oh crap.
I'm good at he tried to play that he didn't know Scully. Yeah.
But how did they know to follow Mulder and Scully? Like, did they know it was Vandekamp, or they figured out, or they knew GHOULI and they were trying to put two and together who GHOULI was, or they were just following Mulder and Scully in general in case they found him. You know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden they're being followed. Like, do they know they're going to see William or something? Whew. So my struggle too, was basically William's vision.
Yeah, he had the same visions that Scully did. He shared those visions and he sent them to Scully.
And it's almost like he didn't know.
If you read on the website, he knew, and he saw visions of Scully, and he was making the connection, but he didn't realize. And he actually said,
"Hey, Brazil,"
to the girl that it's his birth mother. Now, why does he have two girlfriends? I'm not sure.
Well, I think he's a cute teenager, and I think he was just trying to figure out what's going on, And I think they're different girls have a thing for him, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna go with this. And I don't know.
That's what I was wondering, Melissa. But he said, I think she's my birth mom. So did he hear her in the morgue?
Right.
Also, didn't seem sad to see his parents die. Well, he knows they didn't die. He pretended that Scully was shot.
No. That his adoptive parents.
Oh, it was adoptive parents.
No, but I think he seems pretty scared and freaked out. You know what I mean? He's trying to figure it all out. I think he thinks he's got it more figured out than he does in some ways, and then he realized he doesn't, because he looks panicked as hell, but he has abilities to deal with it. And wow, this is really setting up some really interesting things.
It could, but I feel like this is gonna kind of just.
Well, we only have 5 more episodes, right? Yeah, so we're halfway there. There's like the mid-season finale almost.
Are we gonna get? Are they gonna be reunited? Is this the end of it?
I have a feeling.
It's the last we see of William.
No, well, remember, Chris said that my struggle 4 is William's struggle. So I think
But will they
episode
be reunited?
10, I think so. I think there's because the whole nature of this episode.
Yeah, your comments are going through. Walt's just babbling.
I'm sorry.
He's not looking at the comments.
I'm sorry, Autumn. Autumn leaves. I'm sorry. I haven't gotten to that point where I'm interacting because I'm just like I'm what do you call it? I think I'm doing what you guys are doing, typing. I'm doing vocally. I'm purging.
I'm trying to get you to focus on the comments.
I'm trying to. Okay.
You're too busy talking.
But he said, I think she's my birth mom. So
the office is bugged.
Yeah, that's true too. Oh, maybe they know because
that confused me too. If he said, I think she's my birth mom, like obviously if he heard everything she said in the morgue, he would know for sure.
Well, no, but she doesn't know that for sure because she says, I think you're William. You know what I mean? It's like at that point, they haven't done the test yet. They're not positive. They're pretty sure. They think, it's like one of those things we all know, but we haven't scientifically proved it yet. There's that element. But emotionally, Scully's there.
I don't know. The interaction between Mulder and Scully was spot on and very heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It was very hard to watch them both.
But like I said, I think there's a lot of this. William's still trying to figure it out. William, through this course of this episode, as much as Mulder and Scully are discovering what's going on,
right?
William's discovering who he is and how he plays into the bigger picture.
You think he's lying?
I don't know if he's lying. Lying to who?
The girlfriend?
That he thinks, like maybe that he's lying that he doesn't know for sure, or.
No, I think Mulder did get the results for the DNA.
Yeah, but not before that monologue.
Yeah, but after.
By the time he talked to Skinner,
yeah.
Yes.
By the time he talked to, he knew.
Yeah. By the time he talked to Skinner, they knew.
They knew.
At that point, they knew who he was, and Skinner's reaction is, I think it's going to play big into next week. From now on, we are Bob at Starbucks.
Yeah. Y'all are busted.
Yeah,
especially the second time he said it when he was like, Bob. I was like, oh no.
Oh, hey, Bob.
Oh no. Oh no.
You know
what?
I knew there was gonna be a third one.
Guys, I blame everyone that tweeted at David Duchovny. Who's Bob? Look at Bob. This is all your fault.
Can I just say I had nothing to do with Bob?
It was supposed to be an inside joke. Neither did I.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be an inside joke.
I don't know who created the idea.
Just like Rick finding out about the Chili's and going and finding a Chili's fix. You guys did that.
Well, that's fan fiction. That's out there.
Yeah, but there were 2 Chili's fix, and one of the Chili's fix
the
is really
Bob
bad.
Thing.
No, the Bob thing has been around as long as fanfic.
Oh, really? I only learned about Bob about 2 years ago.
I don't know. I do know that there were some thirsty fans tweeting at Bob. At David, he's probably wondering what the heck is that? What are they talking about?
He knows now.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Now we didn't ask him about that the other day.
No,
So what's up with Bob? I'm so glad we did the interview before this episode because
that,
I don't know.
Probably would have
because I let it slip with the hotline
hard.
bling thing.
I know, and I tried to steer you away from that.
And I was just
clearly not digging that because that was a sore thing for him because he's embarrassed by that.
I think CC is ignoring the real life time jump. Walt's, what's Bob?
Williams, what's Bob?
Does anybody know what Bob isn't? I don't want to say it out loud.
The Bob reference is old. It's ancient.
Bob.
So like ages ago on message.
I don't even want
to
type it.
On message board. This is ages ago. Before I was even in the fandom. Yeah, everyone should flood David's Twitter feed with coffee cups. And no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. No.
Go ahead.
You go ahead.
You go ahead.
I have to actually see him sometimes and talk to him. So that's embarrassing.
I do not want to ruin a good thing.
The only thing I like were Bob and the hoodie.
I
only liked Bob and the hoodie. So
in a hoodie? Oh God.
So so ages ago,
don't forget your jacket.
People just decided to name, Bob his crotch. His crotch is Bob.
I thought we were gonna say it out loud.
We are saying it out loud because they asked.
You said it. I didn't say it.
They kept saying it. I'm just letting you guys know.
David, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me either. Gosh, it was totally him. He's the one screaming like a girl when he mentioned it during the episode.
During the episode in private.
You screamed like a girl.
Do I talk about people's
you.
privates?
The neighbors heard you.
I only talk about privates in private.
You talk about your own privates all the time.
In private.
No, all the time.
Not all the time.
Not in private.
Only when it's funny.
Anyways, they are on to us. They are on to us with fanfic. They're on to us with Bob. What else do they know?
They know it all.
Well, up until a week ago, David had never heard of the feels organic thing, so I think we're safe.
We know about penis puppets. So I think it's only fair.
Penis, yeah, but they talked about that publicly.
Yeah, yeah.
We're moving on. We're stuck on.
I would
Bob.
love to move on because there's so much to talk about.
Battery-operated boyfriend. He thing.
What did you put? Where did you put the? Oh yeah, that was cute. Where did you put the body, Scully? Where'd you put the body? Oh man! So right from the get go, and I had a feeling that scene was the opening scene.
Yeah, I think Mulder is his father.
Mm-hmm. I was surprised at how bloody it got in the beginning opening sequence. That was like the following bloody. There was a lot of, you didn't see knife. Well, no, you
didn't see anyone's throat being slit.
No, but there was just a lot of blood and there was a lot of knife work and it was filmed beautifully.
Well, you called
horrifically.
It. They were actually
yeah.
But why did he project them to them? Did he do that on purpose to get them to fight each other?
No, he did it just to test his power. And then I think he said something along the lines that, well, he said like it just got too far, like he lost control of it. It's like he's a mutant. He's almost like an X-Man. If you ever watch The Gifted and these kids that are figuring out their powers struggle, it's a lot of power. What was y'all's reaction when Scully got shot? Oh my God, when they shot Scully, and I remember they showed that in the previews, in the teasers, but not like as bad as it really was. And I'm like, and then she runs in. Oh, okay. Because I was about to freak.
It's Walt's fault about Bob.
How am I? I've moved on.
No, they keep saying
Maya.
There's a 30-second delay. That's why.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm done.
Maya said the Bob in the hoodie was all she liked about the episode.
That's all you liked about the episode?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was in tears. It was.
You thought that was James Wan doing guest appearance? No.
Oh yeah, I said that at first too. Is that no? It's the guy from Lost.
Yeah.
And he's been on X-Files at least 2 or 3 times. You thought
Scully getting shot with Jackson.
Yeah.
Well, it was hard because they thought he was dead. We thought he was dead. William's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's not dead. And then she goes to this like the whole episode.
I think the nurse running out was him.
The nurse running out was him.
That was William.
Emotionally draining.
Yeah. Bob the builder.
It just ripped my heart out. But I feel like
he built William.
I'm glad they addressed it, and I'm glad they had some interaction. It's very sad. It's very sad because we know how much they want to connect with them, with him, and see him and be reunited with him.
Now, I will say his.
But I'm glad he's alive and okay.
Oh yeah, William's apology to the girls did not seem crazy sincere. It sounded like a boyfriend trying to tell his girlfriend not to be hysterical when she should be hysterical, kind of thing. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, you shouldn't be mad. It was just an accident that you almost died. It seemed a little insincere, trying to cover like he was guilty. He felt guilty, but he wasn't that sincere. Was the monster supposed to look corny and fake because it was from William's mind?
I didn't think it was corny and fake looking.
You know what, though?
It looked kind of generic, though. It did look like a generic, like there were a lot of monsters. Like the little green screen monster, if you watched my GHOULI video that I pulled, was like a generic monster that I put on with a green screen background and put in my
Maya didn't like this episode. Too much?
Shed.
Too violent? What about it, Maya?
Who was cursing the DOJ in this? The agents look like young puppies. Yeah, the apology was not sincere. So I thought the monster looked pretty scary.
I am shook.
But yeah, I think it's something that he projects.
Yeah. But you know what? I was pretty impressed with it only because think about how often those monsters look worse than that. Those monsters, it's hard to do those monsters and make them look good. I thought, I watch a lot of sci-fi. Where the monsters don't look that good.
Well, those sci-fi original movies are.
Yeah, I mean,
Sharknado.
Yeah, it was garbage, and it was, and a chimera is a mixture of different animals, right? Pardon me. So, there's a lot going on, and they crammed a lot into 42 minutes. 60-minute episodes of 42
yeah, and
minutes.
I saw they were running out of time, and I'm like, shit, they're not going to see William. And I remember the set photos of William being at the gas station. So I was like, oh, we're going to see them at the gas station. I was like, shit. So it's not William. It is William, but he's going to pretend to be this guy.
That's where some people got some set shots. I think
they were doing that around the time that we were visiting.
Even
there.
Jacob, I think,
where's
or some
Skinner
of those guys.
and all this? Is he still being a puppet for Cancer Man, or is he really trying to? Well, when it actually got to the point we saw Smoking Man was in there, and he said Mulder is close.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to learn about the crossroads. This is where I need to go back and watch again.
Kenny Loggins.
I'm not quite sure.
Michael McDonald. Wait. GHOULI looked like a combo of scary things.
No, I want to know what is Project Crossroads.
Project Crossroads was I think Crossroads is the hybrid program.
Okay.
Alien DNA.
That Skinner told him when he was on the boat. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's Project Crossroads, and he's saying that William was part of that, which could explain why maybe Mulder is not the father. Or he could still be the father, and they injected into the egg. Maybe like Jillian's eggs had DNA injected so that whoever impregnated her, or if they impregnated her at any time. Too slow? You got spoiled the last 4 weeks. Like, I thought the last 4 weeks were too fast. This
Miles' first scene, Kathy thought was it was a little weak. Yeah. I mean, it's a character.
It's a little Hayden Christensen.
It's
in a little bit.
Well, he's young.
Yeah.
But I think his scenes after that were much better.
Yeah.
So I think, you're introducing this character, and you have all these expectations of how he's going to be after 17 years of waiting to see Mulder and Scully reunited with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a pretty high bar to set for. Like, that's.
Have we seen Monica yet this
pretty
season?
high. That's yeah. We saw her with.
I think we're gonna see Monica again.
I think there's a lot of high expectations, so I don't know. No, I don't know. It's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. I don't know if there's anyone that's going to come in and say, "Oh, well, that was spot on, William," because people have different ideas of what William should be in their head.
Right.
It's that this still isn't William. Some people think that it isn't, but if the DNA is correct, we believe it's William. So.
Another clone. There's so many things. I mean, it's just really there.
What a Monica return for a future episode.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna see Monica at least one or two more times. I think she's
coming back because Annabeth Gish tweeted something about redeeming herself, or don't write her off as the bad guy yet until we see what her motivations. Yeah, it was heartbroken. No. The rest was slow, or Mulder even was my struggle to right or fight for the truth. Part with most struggle too with Scully and Monica did happen.
Kathy, which vision? Jillian's vision didn't start till after that scene. Whose vision? Which vision?
Scully's vision when she goes in My Struggle 2 in the office and she sees Tad on the computer and it zooms into her eyeball and zooms out.
Right.
That's when My Struggle 3 started.
Right.
Alba, hey guys, I was late today to watch the show since the beginning, so I don't understand the episode much. That scene with Scully talking to William to the body was heartbreaking. So, we're buffering? Is there a problem?
It's hard to say though. Is it us or you? It's we seem to have a good stream.
I see it here. It's buffering.
Yeah, I think we got. But I think that's because we're. Oh, maybe is it buffering? Is our internet in and out?
Our internet should be fine. It might be. Something.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of buffering too.
Yeah. Oh, we should be moving. Try refreshing.
I don't know if it's us or you guys or there's this baby. How many people are on right now? We got up to 200 people on, I think.
Well, 200 comments.
200 people. Oh, 200 comments. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, maybe it's 200 people on.
Yeah. So I don't know YouTube capacity. Ours it does seem slow.
It does seem to be catching up.
Maybe I'll turn off my phone. Just like, or am I on the internet?
We're connected. We're on Wi-Fi. It should be good.
Oh, no, I'm not even on Wi-Fi. I don't think like we have other devices sucking up the Wi-Fi, slowing it down.
Be a YouTube thing too.
To me, or does that look really crappy?
Yeah, it looks a little pixelated.
Yeah. Is it the camera? Is the camera plugged in all the way?
Yeah. Don't even jiggle that.
Okay.
You jiggle that, it could come undone. Unsaid undone.
Oh wait, where's Maya going?
Going to bed, Maya. It's wee hours in the morning.
I'm not going to rewatch now. Oh yeah, it is pretty early.
So
awesome. Good night, Maya. Good night, Slovenia. Don't crash any. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say it. That's horrible. Yeah, the DNA. Okay. So
can you guys see us? Oh, we're back.
that looks better.
That looks all right.
That looks a lot better.
Yeah.
So, all right. I don't know about anybody else. I think I'm loving this season a lot in general. I know I'm loving this season a lot. She filmed the last episode with Mitch and William B. Davis. Oh, that's right, because she got called back in to do those pickup shots.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we know. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Hey, Kelly. Damn you, internet. Yeah, and worst case scenario, follow the comments, and we'll try to stay up as much as possible. So I don't know if I have anything else to add to what I've said already. I just really,
we can go off of what they're saying.
This was more of an emotional tearjerker. You know, we've had 4 fast-paced car chase comedy, you know, drama, but more, you know, action. This was in some ways very much an old school.
Definitely William. It's definitely Williams. Yay, Kelly, you figured out how to join the chat.
Yeah.
So yeah, the body bag was sad, but like I knew we had already seen in the promos that he was gonna unzip and wake up, and when he got up it looked a lot like Billy Miles, so that scared me a little bit because we were worried about the super soldier, and I don't, someone had mentioned we might see super soldier situation happen again.
Chris has mentioned that we're gonna see and that could be William, that could be a lot of things, that could be a lot of different things. Maybe these guys come back to life after being shot by themselves. I am part of the Starbucks barista group. Oh, that's funny.
I'm gonna start posting about Bob orders.
Do you work at a Starbucks, Kara?
Is it still where are we at? I think I'm working now.
This looks like we're fine on our end. It looks better.
Yeah, it's working now.
So I think we'll just do the best we can. Hey, Ginger. Later. Mine says 36 people are watching. Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, it has our thing here. Maybe it was like 200 total.
Oh, maybe 200 at some point.
Or maybe like comments. I have no idea what that means.
Interesting.
But
Debbie Young previews for next week looks
Yeah, I'm looking forward
Skinner
to
episode Kitten. Why is Skinner's episode called Kitten?
I don't know, but I'm ready.
Tough guy Marine Mitch.
There's still a lag, yeah. Well, I mean,
I know there's a delay.
It might be YouTube. It might be YouTube.
Yeah.
Sometimes YouTube is slow. Bob next a t-shirt just saying I'm with Bob. Oh, I would wear it, but nope, I wouldn't wear it. When I think of Bob now, I think of like Twin Peaks Bob, and that's scary as shit. Twin Peaks Bob is
he's the original.
You're liking this season too.
I'm loving this season. I know there's issues, but I'm like, you know, when has there not been issues with X-Files? There's always been something. We know, especially with so many writers and directors and so many variations of X-Files. Never mind season 10, even, you know, back in the day. Like, to me, this is, you know, up there with the best stuff since, you know, as good as the good stuff since the first movie. You know what I mean? Like season 6, 7.
I put up this with maybe a good solid.
It's up
season
there.
5 episode, season 4 mythology.
Well, this episode, this episode I would put up there with some of the greats. I really would.
I'm enjoying this season much more than season 10. Well, I mean, if this was season 10, we'd almost be done. So
well, there's no competition with season 10. Season 10 was just a miss. That was a misfire.
My friend says that William looks like Jack White. I like this episode a lot. Heart-wrenching, but it was nice to finally meet William.
You know what was great about it? There was, unlike so many episodes, there was a satisfying moment, even though it wasn't full, that Scully rather knew that she had been with her son.
But I'm sad that we didn't get that from Mulder. I'm really sad.
Yeah, but I think he's there. I think because I think Mulder, and it's a little stereotypical in some ways. Mulder's busy being there for Scully.
Right.
Too much. But at the same time, there's a little revelation and what he said to the guys at the hospital, you don't know my mindset right now. Like Mulder is not the guy that's going to talk out loud about this stuff.
Right.
He's being a guy or whatever you want to say about that. But Mulder is
Western buffering's working.
Mulder's struggling
No
with
picture.
this. No picture? No pictures?
See a picture.
Mulder is struggling with this. And I really think we're going to see more of that. But I think there was a lot there. This was much more about Jillian's story. Jillian, and season 8, 9, there's a lot more of Jillian and William.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of connection.
No more super soldiers. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. That was weird.
One of the characters' nickname is Kitten.
Oh, the character's name is Kitten. Oh, okay. Is that one of his exes?
You're still getting it on laptop and mobile, huh? On my YouTube, it seems to be happening. I'm gonna turn off my Wi-Fi on my phone.
Nope, she's still getting on laptop, or what? Or lagging, or the buffering still? Huh? Or are we all the way down at the bottom? I feel like we're not at the bottom of the. Oh, maybe. Ugh, it's over. What's over? The X-Files are over. I will say, I mean, it's hard to say. We got 5 more episodes left. We don't know how this is going to wrap up, but I am very satisfied so far with what we're getting. And as much as I want more and more and more, I'd rather have a really kick-ass 5 more episodes than continue on with bull. We don't need an endless supply of crap.
I mean, ultimately, this was a mythology episode. It was
Yeah,
not
100%.
a monster. They said, the mythology is going to be first and last. This is.
Oh, it's 100% mythology.
This is all mythology.
Yeah.
The monster is GHOULI. Yeah. They painted it as a monster episode. They promoted it as a monster episode with this GHOULI thing. But
so here's a question, and that was Founder's Mutation was a James Wong episode, wasn't it? Was it Wong's and Morgan together, or was that was James Wong? I think, right? Or was Band-Aid Noseman Wong? My point being, Founder's Mutation.
I don't have that handy. I think it was.
Remember the Crossroads? What Skinner was saying, or somebody was saying, the Crossroads. They didn't have. The reason they canceled it is because they didn't have a good control over what the powers would be or what the effects would be. And so they canceled it. But I'm thinking more and more, all those Founders Mutation kids are Crossroads kids. The age is about the right age, the brother and sister. Right age. I have a feeling that, and I don't know if we're going to see those 2 kids again, but I feel it's all coming from that same place.
There's a TV Insider article about James Wong. It explains it. Okay.
I have to read that.
So I'm going to have to look at this.
Yeah, send it to us, Kathy, or post it.
It's the DOJ.
Mm-hmm.
It's their program.
Trump's DOD.
It's, yeah, I just need to watch it again because I was very upset, at the very end.
Yeah.
I was I was sad,
Kitten is
sad
a male.
when Scully had her monologue, but I knew he was going to wake up, so I was just waiting for that moment, kind of I want to hurry up and get through this because I'm not ready for it. So I kind of shut down a little bit when that happened. And yeah, I was like, just hurry up and get up. But I had a feeling that it was going to happen. I mean, I had a feeling it was going to happen after she left and that they were never going to be reunited officially with William. And that's upsetting because when they were running around the hospital at that last scene, I was like, oh, please just run to your parents. I was like, but we're not going to get that because we can't have nice things.
I'm with you, Debbie. This is an episode that would fit 4, 5, and 6 quality-wise, 100%. And now you have the technology to do things better, show things better than you could back then on TV, and the budget. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. This episode.
Take scare of Scully and get answers.
Wong is giving Darren Morgan a run for his money for top episode. I think it's different though. It's completely different. But I think it's weird. 5
Darren
episodes.
Morgan or Glenn Morgan. My favorite is still Glenn Morgan's episode. So
you like Glenn's best?
Yeah.
+1. This was pretty good.
That was still my favorite episode.
This is pretty cool. But think about 5 episodes that are all pretty amazing for their own reason. Again, I think My Struggle 3, just take away the last so-called twist, right? People hate My Struggle 3 because of the CSM reveal, but otherwise, there's some really amazing stuff going on in that episode. That bringing us back in, and I was hooked right away. But 5 separate hours, completely 5 different episodes.
Government doesn't want us streaming, so they're ruining the buffering.
Hey, Don.
Don.
Message retracted. Uh-oh.
No.
Is this didacted like the Crossroads?
No, he didn't get detracted. The government
took Don's comment.
Message. Yeah.
The government doesn't want us talking about GHOULI. Doesn't want Don talking about GHOULI.
No.
Don knows stuff and he's not allowed to share it.
Don.
I'm glad it ended with hope. Yeah, there was a beautiful moment at the end.
The buffer. Okay, so does it matter?
Okay, I'll go find it.
Does it matter if does DNA matter anymore? They both love him. Just a personal thought.
True.
Yeah, you have a point there. But I think the idea of CSM being the biological dad is just so gross and icky that it does kind of matter.
Well, he didn't say that Mulder was the father. He said that was Jillian's.
It was Scully's.
He said it was Scully's. Yeah, sorry. I don't think he said that was our kid. That was William.
He said William is my son.
Yeah, and he did the test, and that is definitely. Oh, he did say that was our son.
Smoking Man or
Mulder.
Mulder did the test and said, yeah, that's.
He said it was definitely William.
He said it was William. Yes.
But did he say? He didn't say that he was definitely the father. There might be something that he knows.
I don't think he knows.
He didn't tell Jillian.
I don't think he knows.
Well, if they did the DNA.
Gosh, why are you calling?
I don't know. It's like when David corrected you the other day from Mulder improvising. But
yeah, he was improvising because Mulder was in character as Mulder.
As Mulder, yeah.
That's what I was talking about.
But he was being silly. He was being heavy.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. I've done 5,000 improv shows. He's done like none.
Excuse me.
None. You have done no improv shows, David. You cannot mansplain me about improv.
On what's her name show a little bit.
That doesn't count. It's television.
Done a lot of improv.
It's television. Yeah. Get in front of 400 middle school children and make them laugh.
Why are you attacking my man?
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. Because the man mansplained me about improv when I've done 5,000 improv shows in sweaty gyms for middle school kids that don't want to be there. Make them laugh. See if they laugh at you.
Do you see me attacking him?
I make them laugh.
He had a couple of jabs at me, and I appreciated every one of them.
Yeah, but not about improv.
I bet I'll see you there.
Not about improv.
What was the other one? The
I make time
for what's important, Walt. Yeah.
He meant you're important.
I know. And I took it as sincere, not as a joke.
He was sincere. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, that's me ranting about David's improv. Don't school me in improv, bro.
Yeah, I'm on cloud 9. And we're all there together. I mean, the tears are just, that was a good episode.
TV improv doesn't count.
And oh god,
get in front of a theater where you have an audience and you have to get a real laughter, and you only get one.
He's getting paid well to do his improv.
I know he is. That doesn't mean he's any better.
No, but I'm not gonna. I'm not trying.
Why is it still buffering? It's working on ours.
I don't know. I think YouTube's one of those things. YouTube Live is tough, and
it might have something to do with our mic. Maybe our mic is too.
Oh, baby.
Fast.
Plug the mic. Oh, that would really mess it up, though, wouldn't it?
Mess everything up.
So
what did you guys think of that interview, by the way?
Oh yeah, you guys watched our interview with David?
I think it was good. What did you think there were any awkward moments? I felt like there were a couple awkward pauses, but
well, I think it's hard because
it's hard on the phone. I'm horrible. I'm horrible on the phone.
And the sound is rough.
Really
it's not the most professional recording. Mulder needed to tell Scully something about they kind of got distracted before they could tell Scully the bad news. Could Mulder know something about his and William's DNA? Yeah. I'm wondering that too. I didn't think about it then, but now I gotta go watch it again.
They didn't test Mulder's DNA against William.
That's true. They were just testing Jillian, right? Or testing. Remember, they probably had Scully. Sorry. They probably have William's DNA, possibly, from what Morgan and Wong did write down. Right. Okay. Thank you, Debbie.
If you are improvising as a character, technically the character's improvising.
Are we still on this?
We're just gonna go and say,
who's stuck on what now?
Did improvise those lines because you're okay. You know what? Bob was improvising.
You're just bringing up Dookie.
Sorry.
This is just a whole lot of dookie you're throwing out.
You don't think what I know about improv? Yo, I get up every day and do it.
I'm not saying you don't know about improv. He's joking. You're taking it way too serious.
Kathy,
why are you attacking?
Stop.
Yeah, I know. Why are you attacking him?
I'm not attacking him.
He works his ass off.
I'm going to Australia. I'm going to sit on a plane for like 30 hours.
He's a beautiful man.
Well, one of the best X-Files in season 7.
Sex Files?
He was sincerely sarcastic as usual.
Yeah. No, he was. Oh, sincerely. I thought you were saying. I read severely sarcastic. Yeah, sincerely sarcastic. Hey,
your comments with us are our video is still lagging, huh? I don't know what to do.
Now, is it lagging? Like, is it stopping, or because I know we're about 20, 30 seconds behind?
Yeah. Usually we are.
Yeah, there's always a delay.
Yeah.
So, like, by the time by the time you see us responding to your comments,
it'll be behind.
It's going to be 20, 30 seconds.
That's always
just bad lagging. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's going to lag.
That's normal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah. We're going to be 20, 30 seconds behind no matter what. And that's just the way it's always going to be with YouTube. In fact, even on our own screen, it's at least 5, 10 seconds behind. We have 2 screens up. We have a screen that shows exactly what we see, what we're doing live, but that's like our computer.
I see.
The YouTube feed is.
See what I want you to see.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I messed that one up. Yeah.
So
we're only gonna miss 2 in Australia.
Yeah.
Oh no, missing 1. I'm sorry, we're only gonna miss 1. They're taking 2 weeks off.
When are we gonna see your reaction video to what? This episode?
This is our reaction video.
Well, this is a stream. I'm gonna do a vlog about this tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I gotta go back and watch the episode a couple times.
I might. Oh, I gotta do a show in the morning. Again? Yeah, I'm doing a show in the morning.
Every day, every Thursday, he has to do a show in the morning.
Every school. The same school as today.
Improv.
Yeah. I'm doing improv.
Where can you find an interview? Yeah, it's on my channel. It's like we interviewed him yesterday.
Oh yeah, go to our videos on this channel.
It's a phone interview.
Yeah. It's only about 2 or 3 videos back.
Yeah. I'm teasing about the improv stuff.
David was funny freaking amazing.
Like, he corrected me on improv.
Holy
and I'm like, boy,
crap.
No, you don't correct me on improv.
Well, I don't think he was correcting you on improv. He's correcting you on
the character.
Mulder he is not me. She is me.
Does you not think I know that?
I know.
Does he not know that I know he's not Mulder? I know. I went to House of D.
Oh God, I know.
And then I went to House of D like several times. Then I went to Break of Noon, and then I went to freaking I went to his play, and then I'm going to all his concerts. I'm not the one yelling Mulder during his concerts. I've never called him Mulder.
I have no problem with you, David. Okay, that's getting
Someone's
weird.
Drinking the Kool-Aid.
That's just getting awkward now.
I'm only teasing, you know that.
How does it sound? We're trying this microphone. We have a microphone this week. Does it sound any better? Is it worse? I'm trying not to scream.
No, because the sound is lagging.
Yeah.
I thought William was really dead when he was giving Scully the bad news. So, well, you can't do that.
We have a microphone.
The only problem with the episode is that they strayed away from the main case. What do you expect? Yeah, I mean, it really, like I said, it just became a mythology episode. So.
What main case? They never solve a case anyway. So.
And I mean, there's really no case.
What case do they ever stay on?
Yeah.
Long enough to solve.
That's nitpicking. It did get really fast, and the faster as it progressed, I realized that we were running out of time.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's like the good old days. All of a sudden, Mulder has to make a leap.
Yeah,
I know he's William.
Are we doing every show? Yes, we're doing every show in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
We are not doing Wellington.
Skipping Wellington
in New Zealand because there's 2 shows back to back, and we need to go down to Melbourne. So, hi Zobi.
Hey. I'm excited. Oh, Australia. Oh, I can't wait. There's so many things that could kill us, but it's still going to be amazing. And New Zealand, I am so psyched for New Zealand, more than anything else.
Mulder and Scully do great phone. I don't know what that means.
Are you
on? Yes, we're on Australia on the 20th of February.
Yeah. 20th of February technically is March 1st there. So that's actually the Brisbane concert.
Yeah.
That's the night of the last concert. So, but somebody says we can get Foxtel. I got to figure out the exact time conversion though. Because I know it's a day like February 28th here is March 1st there.
I think we're going to be in the air for that show or for that episode.
We're traveling to Brisbane because we're not.
Tubney for the win.
Brisbane. Is that what FTW is? Brisbane.
Who's excited for Kirsch? Not me.
Are we getting Kirsch back?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm kind of curious.
Someone must have tied up Chris Carter to get some goodies in here.
Oh, they're babysitting and they're not leaving him alone too much, I guess. Now, James Wong nailed it. I think everybody's nailed it. Even Chris Carter on +1.
Yeah. Pretty
much nailed it. And you could maybe Kenny fixed it. I don't know. And apparently David fixed it a little bit. It was David's. And if you haven't seen our video, with our interview with David,
I'm so appreciative.
David's insight on +1 is freaking amazing.
I never expected him to really give me much of an answer. I really wanted to know if he said what I really wanted to know was, did he say, did he make the line, I'm Fox freaking Mulder, you punks? Like, I wanted to know if that was his line or if that was written. Because I suspected that it was written, but I was hoping he would say that. So that's when I asked, how much was actually improvised,
Yeah, we're thinking like a line or two. What did you improvise?
Yeah, what did you,
And he gave us
this whole thing about +1, and I was like, well, that wasn't improvised. That was like, Chris, we're doing it this way. He basically took over and directed the ending.
He basically had the idea of being in the door when Scully opens the door at the end.
Yeah.
And he's there waiting for her because he knows she's coming.
Yeah. It was really funny the way he explained it, too. It was really good.
Yeah. And I told him, I don't know if he understood the reference. He probably did, but the Han Solo I know moment in Empire Strikes Back is how that plays for me. Like, she's, Princess Leia says, I love you. And Han Solo says, I know. And it's, the ultimate.
Why do you always pull it into Star Wars?
No, it's very similar though.
But, but this is X-Files' its own thing. Let Star Wars be Star Wars. Yeah, just stop. You think the GHOULI is going to become the creepypasta thing? I don't know what that means. Like Fusilli Jerry?
Fusilli Jerry. What was the Bette Midler? Macaroni Midler?
Yeah, something like that.
TJC, heck yeah. Yeah, I'm curious about Kirsch. I forgot about Kirsch. I'm just, Kirsch was pretty good.
They're taking 2 weeks off for the Olympics.
Right. After next week.
I gotta compete with the Olympics.
I'm just excited we get Mitch's episode. We get to see Skinner's episode, Kittens. And Kittens is a man. So, have we ever seen Skinner with a woman?
Yeah.
Could Skinner be gay?
No, we've seen Skinner with a woman.
When?
The episode where he's having sex with a woman and he breaks her neck and she wakes up with a broken neck.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Yeah. Yeah, Skinner got more action than Mulder in the series.
That we saw. Hey, Don.
In a scene.
TH.
Oh, Don, we thought you had been silenced by the government.
I know. I retracted. Being cryptic, Don.
I know. Don,
what is that? Well, Skinner is one hot seat in the next. Yeah, is on. Oh, in the hot seat. It's like
what's awkward?
Skinner's got one hot seat.
What's awkward? Valentine's Day and awkward. The week after.
Yeah.
What's awkward? I'm so confused.
We're in LA for Valentine's. Oh no, we're on Valentine's Day. We're jumping on the plane to New Zealand the night of the 14th, which I will be taking a bunch of pills and trying to sleep. Yes, me to Mitch is amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and see if I can get an interview with Mitch.
Mitch is freaking amazing.
If we can, I don't know if I can or not, but I'm gonna see if I can get him to do another call, at least a call like we got David to do. He's. I mean, we actually have a couple of videos on my channel. If you look back to around the time on New York Comic Con, if you go on my channel, you'll find we had a discussion with Mitch and he did improv with us and everything. Mitch did improv with us.
I heard that coming. Oh, I saw that coming.
Mitch isn't too chicken to do improv with us.
GHOULI Alfredo. Oh, God.
Oh, GHOULI. Like Tabbouleh, right?
Tabbouleh.
Yeah, so if you look at our...
Thank you, DLJ?
Yeah. We got to interview Mitch in our club.
Somebody knows where I'm going with the Han Solo thing.
Yeah, I just don't like it. He always tries to tie everything back to Star Wars all the time, and I'm like, dude, let X-Files is its own thing. No, you do.
It is its own thing.
Yeah.
But X-Files draws.
It's kitten.
I saw that.
You gotta be kidding me.
That's what it is.
Sorry, you set yourself up for that. Oh, the scene where Chris wrote in +1 was awkward. Yeah, how Mulder was undressing and he'd be showing his ass, which I wouldn't mind, but you know, it was much better to have him just
Duty
waiting there.
has the power.
Except for everything's except for Doggett not being back, and glad Miller and Einstein aren't in any of these episodes. I have to agree, I didn't mind Miller and Einstein so much, but I feel like that took valuable screen time away from Scully and Mulder.
Did not make sense.
So Skinner had that lady who died. Yeah, exactly. The tidy whitey episode.
All right, he wakes up in that episode, right?
Yeah, and her neck is broken.
Right. I thought the episode begins with him being in bed with her dead.
Yeah.
It's like the morning
Well, they
after.
had sex, but then he wakes up. Yeah. Right. Everybody's in love with Scully.
Mm. Jillian, I'm telling you, Jillian, I
think David respects us having interest in him more than Mulder, and don't act like. Well, yeah, we have an interest in him more than Mulder. I mean, we go to
everyone. Do me a favor.
We know all his music, the lyrics, all his songs verbatim, like by heart.
Most of them.
Been to like almost all the concerts. And we're really supportive of his music. So
yeah, he thought it was amazing.
He thinks we're amazing. He said you guys are amazing.
I know.
He didn't say just you.
I said we. We're all of us, but not all the fans. Not all the fans.
I mean, a lot of people.
Do me a favor, everybody. Go to my Twitter. I tweeted, and I'm very sincere. As much as I love David, I think Jillian deserves a nod for this episode.
A lot of people have been saying that.
You know,
a lot of people
Emmy,
have been saying that.
Golden Globe, SAG Awards, whatever. Phenomenal work. Theatrical. You know, this is Broadway play quality, West End theater quality, you know, whatever, those monologues. And then that moment at the end, that the full circle, you know, was such a gift, you know what I mean? Like, and we're just torn apart. And your face, you know, the reaction, I'm getting choked up thinking about it. The reaction from fans that was drawn out of people.
Don't threaten me with a good time. It's a quote from Panic at the Disco.
Oh, yeah.
So you said you did a bad interview with David on the phone. I said Mulder and Scully always did good phone. Did good phone? Like phone talk? Yeah. No, I think we did a good interview with him on the phone. It just wasn't as good as if it was in person, because I think I do better. I'm better. I'm more of a camera. I can do camera and reaction. Like I'm more about that.
We could have just talked to him in the green room the other morning.
I mean, we could have, but like, yeah, you weren't supposed to say
that. Never mind.
Yeah, Walt.
Never mind. That's you'll find out what I mean about that.
We're not allowed to talk about it.
To be continued.
Yeah. So no, it was fine. It's just I'm not so good on the phone in general. I'm really bad at talking to people.
You were fine. That's you thinking that.
But no, when I went back and watched the interview, I was like,
great.
when I was like, oh, it was pretty good.
Better than me.
Sounded okay.
I'm like,
yeah, you stumbled a couple times. I thought, I just want to know what other people thought, because I thought the interview actually, when I went back and played it, I was like, hey, we did pretty good.
I think
for our first interview with him, because like we've been waiting for this for like 2 years.
I don't feel like I could take any credit, or in the sense, I thought we did all right.
I think we did fine.
But the gems we got from him on Miss Subways and Next Files.
He told us a lot of
Thank
good
you, David. I know you're watching.
He's not watching.
No. Thank you, David.
I'm so glad that he took the time out to call us. That means so much to me.
I'm psyched about Miss Subways right now.
And I was so excited. I was so just really. I felt special that he.
Thank you to Brad and Carrie for setting it up.
Yeah.
And Erica and everybody on the team to make this happen. That was
people that work with him are
they're really amazing, and they know how much the fans mean, and it's really all about the fans, and they get that.
Yeah.
Everyone. They're so busy, they don't always reach out and share as much as we hope. You know, when we don't always know he's going to be on TV because they're so busy.
Our reaction. I do have a video of me doing the interview with David. Is that what you meant, Kathy? Yeah. I got to edit it and put it up, because we actually filmed.
It sounds better, actually.
It sounds much better, but we actually filmed our preparation. Like we filmed us getting ready and getting our questions ready, and then sitting there, and then like he was late calling, and our reaction being like, "Well, he's late." We filmed all that, so we actually filmed it as
2 minutes before you're supposed to call.
Almost like a documentary.
And we were filming like he's going to call any minute. Like it filmed like we're going to be.
And we're like, no, he's not going to call.
Like a radio call-in show. We'll get the call. And we'll have the call, and we'll just take out the part that it's just people telling us it's him, right? But we'll get the phone ringing and all that stuff.
Skinner did have a way.
And then 2 minutes to go, right? Go 2 minutes to go. And we're like, he's not going to be on time.
No. And then like we got the email. I was like, yeah, of course now. But I mean, they pack his schedule up so much, so like it's totally understandable. And I'm just glad he found the time to squeeze this in, because he was like basically waiting to go on the Rachel Ray show, which is probably why he was kind of quiet and kind of soft spoken. I think he was waiting to go on stage and do his Rachel Ray interview. So that was okay, good. I'm glad you guys thought we did well. I mean, I think
thank you all for the support.
I've just listened to so many bad interviews with him, especially on the radio. And it's not really that people don't know how to interview; just people are kind of disrespectful, and sometimes they're schmucks. And especially some of these
the radio
shock
guys,
jock guys, they're just douches.
Or the podcast
There was one,
guys.
That sports
the fake radio
that
guys.
Barstool thing they had, that Barstool interview last week. I was like, you guys are. Ugh.
Well, I think also the other side of it is, you know what it reminded me of? I felt like in the comedy clubs that we work in, if you go to a show, a lot of times you'll see some shows and there's 5 comics and they don't stay there for the whole show. They don't know the audience.
Right.
And one comic after another sometimes will come in and say, hey, where are you guys from?
Right.
And like, oh, the last 4 guys just asked us that because
Yeah.
they're being lazy. They're not doing their material.
Right.
Or whatever. And you'll have one of those bad comedy shows where you get 4 or 5 comics in a row doing crowd work instead of doing their material. Where only really the MC should be doing crowd work and everybody else should be doing their material, unless you're like a Todd Berry or somebody who crowd work is your thing. Most comics, they suck at crowd work and they should not be doing it, blah, blah, blah. But they have 5 minutes getting paid to do 20, whatever.
Yeah, Scully.
But I felt like we were the comics that are there for the whole show that knows the audience in order to talk to the audience because and build upon that.
I wanted to get questions that the fans. That's why I took mostly fan questions. A bunch of you guys gave us questions. And there were only a couple questions of my own. I think the improv thing was my question. You had like 1 or 2 questions of your own, and the rest were all people, friends.
Yeah, it was from fans. Yeah, and I think because of that, we got almost all original answers.
Yeah.
You know, how many shows they go on, and it's just, they really haven't listened to the album. They don't know the music. Oh, so they're doing music now.
Oh, the people that are interviewing.
Yeah, they don't know.
They don't know
the music. Like, they don't know the books for damn sure.
Yeah.
And they may or may not know X-Files. They may or may not know Californication. Oh, I have a story for you. I don't think I told you.
Californication, but let's go on that. Let's go.
Oh wait, real quick.
Here.
Okay, I'll save it. Let's catch up a little bit because I got a story for you that happened today. Okay. That's related.
You kind of have what artist is David likes that would surprise us? That would surprise you?
Well, you know what David said, because one of the questions from the fans were, you know, if you could jam with somebody, who would it be? And he basically said, look at the covers I've done. You know, he's done Tom Petty,
David Bowie,
Bruce Springsteen, Sly. Basically, I think the songs he's done with the bands, he's basically his way of jamming with his legends.
Know, guys. He did the Drake cover, so he might be a Drake fan. I'm so sorry that we brought that up in the interview. I wanted to kick Walt when that was happening.
Well, that was an improv.
Because I knew.
That was an improv.
Because I knew that he would. I had already.
And I didn't mean to go into it deep.
Okay, so I had already brought this up with him in Vienna. Because, so in the last show in Vienna, this was the last show in Europe, they were nice enough to bring us backstage because we had gone to all the shows.
Thank you, Elena. Thank you, Debbie.
So,
thank you, Zobi.
Right before the end of the show, right before the last show in Vienna, they brought me and Walt and like a couple other people that have gone to all the shows backstage, and we talked to David for a good like 10-15 minutes. And I kind of teased him about the Hotline Bling thing. And I was like, I gave him a little bit of a hard time about it, but I kind of felt that he was like a little embarrassed by it. Not that he was getting defensive, but he was definitely felt completely embarrassed by it. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to bring this up again, because I was like, teasing. I was like, so whose idea was it to do this Drake thing? Because that was really funny. And he's like, well, Brad wants me to do more modern stuff. And I'm like, but so he picked Hotline Bling? He's like, no, I picked the song.
Do you know about that?
I don't know what creepypasta is.
Creepypasta is where the Slender Man was created?
He goes, no, I picked the song. And I'm like, so you picked Hotline? He's like, yeah, I picked. I'm like, and he's looking down like, oh shit. And I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, we're not going to do that again. I'm like, all right, we won't talk about this. I felt bad.
But it was funny because...
because I already busted his balls about that. I already busted. I knew that he wanted to forget it and like delete it.
Well, he did forget it, and that's why we had to remind him.
No.
But explaining it is where we had the problem.
I felt so bad when Walt brought it up. That's
My
why I was
initial
like,
comment was funny in response to him when we go to places we try to do covers that reflect the country. So that, you know, we're preparing covers for Australia, New Zealand that might have to do.
I know.
Lou Reed,
I know
the band.
what you're thinking.
So it's like, oh,
I'm just
that
saying you brought it up, and he's
Drake in Luxembourg.
And right when you
Drake
said that,
is from Luxembourg.
When you said that, I was like, oh gosh, here we go again.
And he's like, what? And like, as soon as he said, as soon as he didn't get my joke, I'm like, oh, we got to explain this now. Now I have to dwell on this more than we should.
I know, Walter.
And I felt bad about that.
This is why I'm a better improviser.
But we had a But no, I didn't. No, I don't. I'm not saying you're not. But it was good improv.
Lou Reed.
Argentina.
That sounds about right. You like Steely Dan.
Don't go there. So I have a story for everybody.
Be glad that I didn't ask him what his favorite Steely Dan song was. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or what about Bob?
Creepypastas where things are created, like Slender Man, that cause. Okay. So yeah, this is news to me. I know about Slender Man because I've played the game a couple times. I don't get the game at all.
Slender Man, though, has been around for a long time.
I played the Slender game. I also played Slender Tubbies, which is like the Teletubbies version of Slender Man. Don't play that. That's also a creepy game.
I don't think Creepypasta created Slender Man. I think
Teletubbies are already creepy on their own, and then to make Slender Tubbies.
Slender Man goes way back. Slender Man is actually not a new thing. The game is new. But the legend of Slender Man goes way back.
Did David say if Mulder and Scully would have it? I only asked him one X-Files question because we were told to kind of keep it to the music by his.
No, we even asked, "Could you mind?" And
we asked you mind because we wanted to know about.
And we were not expecting such a deep answer. We were just like,
we ran out of the music. Tane. I just wanted the one X-Files question is because I wanted to know how much of these Mulder zingers were David and how much were written in the script. Mm-hmm. I really want to know because I know. Darren said that he let him improvise a lot. So that's why I really want to know about the Fox freaking Mulder line because that sounded like a David line. So I was expecting that.
We can ask him
he
next
gave us this whole other thing. I'm not going to ask him any more X-Files stuff. I want to know more about the music, you know? I mean,
you're David freaking Duchovny.
David freaking, yeah, I mean.
Can I tell you the story? I'm dying to tell you the story.
Okay, but wait, did you gonna freak out when the globe was smashed? It was okay, but it was very sad.
Oh yeah.
But he didn't, you know, he's not gonna tell us about Mulder and Scully having a happy ending. I mean, I hope they have a happy ending, but not that kind of happy ending. Never mind.
Now,
tell your story. Tell your story.
Wait. Now you just got me thinking because I forgot that the globe was smashed in that moment. Did he smash it on purpose, William, as the other guy when he knocked into Scully? Did he smash it on purpose?
I don't know.
There was, now I'm thinking, or was that like, hey, we're knocking you over the head with a broken glass. This is William. I have to go back and watch it.
His Twitter name is @WaltFrazier. So tell the story.
@WaltFrazier. And retweet my Jillian Needs an Emmy tweet, please. So I have a show in the city. I get coffee. There's a coffee cart guy on 52nd and 8th Avenue. Tom and his wife. They have eggs, sandwiches, donuts, coffee. Their little cart right on the street. They're freezing. I get my coffee there. They're great. I love these guys. I've known them for years. I've known them literally 16, 17 years now from when I used to work downtown. And his wife wasn't there. He just had coffee and donuts and blah, 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 blah. So we always talk. We're kind of friendly, and he's always been interested in my career. And he's like, "What are you doing now? Have you been busy? I haven't seen you in a while." And I said, "Well, I'm actually going down to Australia. It was 20 degrees this morning. I'm freezing." And somehow it came out. I don't know. It just seems to slip out sometimes that I'm going to see David Duchovny, and somehow
slips out. You tell everyone.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it just comes out that I did an interview with him yesterday,
and their mom.
Yeah, and yesterday I was on the phone with him yesterday doing an interview, and it just came out. I don't know how, but then all of a sudden his wife looked at me and says, "Wait a minute, is that the guy from Californication?" And she gave me a smile, like she really likes David Duchovny. Likes the guy from Californication, you know what I mean? And had and we were like, oh yeah, and then her husband, give me the website. So they might be Duchovny X now. I might be recruiting Duchovny X and fans.
Okay.
But she's a big fan through Californication.
There's a lot of Californication.
Yeah, very sweet. I think they're Greek, very sweet couple.
King Moody fans.
Yeah, and she was, but she was really enamored with the guy the look was typical of the look of like when people are in line to meet him for the first time a little bit. Yeah. So I thought that was hilarious. And I was going to tweet it. Then I got busy. Yeah. She was fangirling hard. And it was cute as hell though.
So there's something inside. I'm so glad you shared that story.
Coffee. Yeah. That's where the New York comes out. Coffee,
there's something
coffee.
Inside the globe that William's trying to, there's the windmill. And if you guys didn't look on the GHOULI website, There's a story about those globes where he actually sees a crime scene in one of the globes. If you guys look on there, actually, there's supposed to be a few new stories on there that I didn't read, and they didn't post our GHOULI video. We said too many bad words. I said 2 bad words. So no snakes in New Zealand. That's good.
No snakes, no spiders, no crocs.
But we're only there for like a couple days, so.
Yeah, but we have like 3 full days of downtime in New Zealand.
Coffee.
So, and we got 2 days up in Mata Mata where all the cool stuff is, like the waterfalls and the hot springs and the glowworm cave.
It's true. He tells TSA officials that we're going to David Duchovny shows. It's true. They're like, "What are you here for? What's your business in this country?" Well, it's partly
because of what happened.
I'm going to see David Duchovny. He has a band. He sings. They're like,
We're here to see David Duchovny.
We don't care.
He's got a band now.
He's got a band. He sings.
That's right. Sorry, he's got a band now.
And then they go, bye.
We're hanging out with David Duchovny. Really?
No, we're not.
He's got a band now.
We're not hanging out.
Yeah, were you traveling with him? And
all right, good night.
I don't
Debbie
think I lie,
Cincinnati.
but I let people think more than it is. I don't correct people.
You might be embellishing a little bit.
I don't have to embellish. I say things a certain way,
obsessive.
And I let people embellish in their own minds.
Walt is quite a fangirl.
Yeah, but for different reasons. I can't put it into words.
Whatever.
He has that calming effect.
Okay.
He calms me.
Well, I think we killed the chat.
So
awkwardness.
I still can't believe there are no live chat on my birthday. Oh, when's your birthday again? The 14th, the 15th, right?
28th, right?
Oh, the 28th is your birthday?
Or is it 28th?
If we can find internet, I don't think we're gonna have internet strong enough to do a live thing. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to upload videos.
I was wondering if there was a windmill in that. Well, there was there's a windmill. Was there a windmill when William's given up for adoption in the snow globe, or just a windmill in the scene? I would have to go back and watch William.
That's season 9, right?
To see that, yeah. What state was William born in?
North Carolina.
Steph.
Was it down North Carolina?
Yes, there is a windmill. So, that scene's really sad, and it's just like hitting me now. Just the scene when he's hiding from them, and they're like, "You can come out," and he runs off, and
yeah, that's a beautiful moment. There's a lot of beautiful moments in this that are sad.
I'm just thinking about it, and they're just there waiting for him, and he runs off, and I'm just like, oh.
You get the full gambit, don't you? You kind of get hopeful, but then you get just heart-wrenching, ripped out of your chest, heartbreaking. These beautiful moments from the full range. You know what I mean? And again, that's why I think Jillian deserves something for this. You know what I mean? The range in this episode.
Oh, the 28th. Okay.
Yeah. So, but if we do it on the March 1st, will you get it on the 28th? We'll try to send you a message. I'm gonna tweet deck it now so I don't forget. But I'm really I gotta watch this episode again. I mean, I can't say it enough.
Yeah.
And I might have to do it again before I go to bed. I'm like exhausted because I was up crazy early this morning, and I got to the club earlier this morning. I never more will watch William Is Too Sad. Yeah, but I'm telling you, the acting is phenomenal. This whole season has had some of the best acting ever in X-Files moments. You know, yeah. Karen Carnival, what's the guy's name from last week?
Dear Lord, what?
Huh?
She dear lording.
Am I going on too much? Am I gushing too much?
About David?
Or Nevermore will watch William, or it's hard to, especially since the time lag. It's hard to say what you're dear lording about, Kathy. The time lag.
Yeah, because I don't know.
The context. Be the way, the place where William was born. the filming location for it is one of my all-time fave spots in LA area. Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was. I
the
think it was
fact that he had
Carolina.
never. Well, I
fact
don't.
that
Why does
William
he have
had
two
two
girlfriends?
Well, that's two that we know about.
Why is he like a little player?
William's a little player. I think it was like his own little, lab. They were lab rats to him. I think
That's horrible.
I think it is. Maybe explain CSM being the father, but
No,
oh, sorry, that's terrible.
No, I don't like where this is going.
But again, I think, but the difference is it's William.
Look at the bigger picture.
Look at the bigger picture. There's more to this. Don't be upset.
I gotta do a rewatch,
don't be sad. Guys. Yeah. After you break the globe. Yeah, I know it's a typo, but I know what you mean there, Kelly. Breaks her globe. Yeah. Look at the bigger picture. Maybe that's why he breaks it. Like the snow globe is too small of a picture. It's bigger than that. You got to break out. You got to break out.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
LA area. Buffering again. Sorry. Their version Williams back William of Dr. Bambi and Diana. Anna bitch face.
I was thinking the two girls from the Ryan Reynolds episode a little bit too.
Yeah, the two girls that
Okay, yeah.
Bitch face.
So
that scene was when he was born.
Oh, the Paramount Ranch.
It's just like we've been waiting so long for them to be reunited, and it's like 17 years later, here we are. We're still fans of the series. We've been like, that's not a short amount of time. That's a long time to be a fan of a series.
Real quick, Paramount Ranch, is that where Charles Manson was? Is that the same place?
I think Kathy
Aquarius,
would know this. I don't know enough.
Kathy, Elena.
I don't know enough about filming to.
Is that the Charles Manson Ranch? Or where they filmed Aquarius? Is it the same space?
And you worked there too. Okay.
You've
been there many times. Okay.
Oh wow. Oh right. Okay.
That's what you're saying.
Oh dear Lord. Yeah.
Well, what did he say that made you think that?
Made me think what?
About David. Just
about
being
what?
Like, oh, I love him or something.
Maybe I'm gushing too much about David. Like I'm carrying on. Because you're attacking him.
I never attacked
unnecessarily.
Him. I didn't attack him.
So I'm
challenging him to do improv with us. Like Mitch did.
Mitch did it.
We invited him. Put your money where your mouth is. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that's horrible. Paramount burned down?
It burned down? That's
I wouldn't be surprised. I God bless you guys in California, what you're going through out there. He's a ladies' man. Hey.
Who, William?
Yeah.
That's good because Mulder isn't.
Bob in the making.
You know what? You got to go there. You got to say that. And that has nothing to do with Mulder.
Oh, good. Paramount's fine.
That's good.
Yeah. They have a good dressing.
Was there a William? Was there a windmill at Mulder and Scully Homer Wild West location where William was born? I
thought it was a Wizard of Oz reference.
Or maybe Don Quixote?
Different kind of windmill, though. Could be a Don Quixote. He's Don Juan.
Don Juan is different from Don Quixote.
That's true. I always confuse the two.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. The scene back then.
Oh, you were there, Kathy?
Oh,
okay.
The pregnant when they gave birth? That's where he was born, right?
Dawn, she's a friend of a friend, the actress that played the sheriff in that scene. The female sheriff.
Wait, who?
The actress, her name's Dawn.
We know her?
Yeah, she's a friend of Jason's. So.
Oh, really? Oh, we did know that. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot
Jason Lewis?
Name.
Yeah.
Forgot her last name, but she was in like Iron Man. She's done a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
One of the Iron Man movies she had a pretty big part in.
So I don't know about you. I feel like I need to wrap this up and take a break and maybe watch this again and maybe like read David is Walt's man crush. We joked that's both of our hall pass.
No, hello. Not my hall pass. My hall pass is like Brendan Urie or like
I thought I get to choose
Dallin Weeks.
Don't I get to choose your hall pass?
No. So yeah, David is Walt's hall pass.
I want a different hall pass.
What do you want?
I don't know.
Well, I guess David isn't either of our hall passes.
Ruin that fantasy.
I don't really want anyone else, so I don't.
Dina is
other
tasty.
than Walt.
Oh, people getting thirsty.
Dina. Who's Dina?
Dina? Steph? Dina Alvarez?
Oh.
Yeah, I think William is too much Mulder. Yeah. He's tasty.
Wait, I'm so
He's
confused.
tasty.
I'm so confused.
He's tasty. H-E.
Tasty or Walt is yawning.
He is tasty. I'm getting tired. I gotta go.
Wait, because I didn't get to say everything I get to say because you talk so much.
I'm gonna shut up now. Can I get a drink of water while you talk?
Here, you can have the rest of mine.
All right.
We had a conversation about this, remember?
Mm-hmm.
You aren't gonna do that. You have to wait. Yeah.
Talk about leaving or farting?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, there were a couple points I wanted to make, but you kept changing the top topic.
I'm sorry.
The Manson Ranch was.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I feel like this stream has to be deleted again.
Why? I
don't know. There's too much farting and stuff.
Nah.
Yeah. Too much David bashing.
There's no bashing by me.
I wasn't bashing him. I was busting his chops. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Really, Walt?
His chops are just fine.
Do we see more Mulder and William than Scully, or I don't see either actually, but you know.
Yeah, but Jillian gets all the monologues. Jillian's got the script.
Scully's got all.
But I'm saying, the actress in the
I do
the
not
screen
gush
time.
At David. Walter gushes at David more than anybody I've ever met.
I don't gush.
You gush.
He gushes at me.
You gush at each other.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you happy to still say no? Don't have him say Dookie again. If we get back on the Dookie.
Taint.
William as a baby. I mean, like all those flashbacks from last season 10. William was like a redhead child, and now he's got dark hair and dark eyes. So they're obviously not their flashbacks. I guess they weren't real flashbacks. They were fantasies. Alternate realities, dreams that they had of William bringing him up as a child. So.
Oh, and Founders. Yeah.
No, in
was it Founders Mutation? They had the flashbacks. Yeah.
No, the episode. It was Home. Right?
Home Again?
No, Home.
Oh, Home.
Yeah.
But there was no William yet.
There were dreams Mulder had of taking him outside or
having a kid.
Yeah, and there were dreams that Scully had of taking him to school. And then there was a vision she had where he was.
No, that was Founders Mutation, I thought.
No.
That was Home Again?
No. It wasn't.
It was Home Again?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. They were like dream sequences, but William looked. Yeah, and William as a baby looked like Scully, yeah.
Okay.
Some people don't believe this is William. I think it is because they pretty much confirmed it.
I think this is William. I think by the end of it,
the smoking man's baby.
William has a lot figured out that he didn't have. I think this started a journey for William. This whole thing was basically William discovering he has power, and in that process, awakening his connection to Scully, and which also keyed off CSM and other factions, right? So there are people figuring it out, and all of a sudden he's making himself known to the world to unawares, and then by the end of it, I think he knows what's going on a little bit more. At least he's aware that there's something big going on. Like he's aware of the bigger picture, and starting to figure it out, and realizing who's after him. So I'm kind of curious. I'm very curious about where this goes. I'm dying to know, but at the same time, I'm very satisfied. Again, that moment at the end, it was a very clean ending in a beautiful way, and you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Kudos to James Wan. And again, I keep harping on it, but I think that's where I am wanting Jillian. As soon as that first monologue went by, I'm like, oh, there's the Emmy, there's the Golden Globe. But the moment, like at the end, you know, you get that range of, oh, she settles like, oh, I just had a moment with my son. It's like, because a lot of it is she doesn't know if it's her son. That's part of the roller coaster.
His hand on her shoulder at the very end.
Right.
I was just like, oh.
Oh, David or just Mulder.
Boy, you can't. You can't.
I'm bad.
You can't. You are confusing them.
I'm just tired, and you know.
This is why you need to wake up. Wake up.
I'm tired.
Don't be tired. If you don't know what you're talking about, don't talk. Don't blab if you don't know what you're saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I think this William and Mulder is Daddy-O. Well, yeah, sometimes your hair can change, but your eye color can change too.
Contacts.
Is it Founder's mutation? Are you sure?
I thought it was I'm always right.
Wow. Well, sit up. Come on, we're still doing a thing. Sit up.
I'm like the Star Wars episode. Okay.
Oh
God.
Yeah. Like
I told you it was Founder's mutation. Because they have all the kids, and because they were thinking of William with the Founder's mutation thing, they were like, "Oh, yeah." The actor said it was William. Oh, William, the actor playing William, said it was William. Yeah, I'm convinced. Yeah, I'm satisfied that's William. I think, you know, that they left room for down at the very beginning, but not really.
I hope he heard that conversation because she knows she gave him up for his safety.
Mm-hmm.
Or I hope he knows that. I don't know. So the actor said it was William. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch all this.
You know what's kind of thinking about it when you're watching that, you're thinking maybe he came back to life, but he was alive the whole time, faking death.
Yeah. Not
that he came back to life, and knowing that he was hearing that now adds that extra layer of heart wrench. You know, very, very much, very heart wrenching. And he has a lot of Jillian qualities too. They face the shape of the face. I'll let you talk.
No, I just feel like I want to say for the record that I'm really happy with the way our interview went, and I thought it was good. Yeah. I really appreciate David for giving us that interview.
And thanks for tuning in, guys. Let's keep the conversation going. And I was just busting his chops
about the improv thing. That was teasing.
Okay.
No, but you're like, oh, you're bashing David. I'm like, no, I'm not.
You're stuck on it. You keep going on. I'm like,
because it was a bit.
You're carrying on a bit. You're carrying on a bit.
It was a running bit.
Okay. I was running a bit of holding you.
I just don't want to have to delete this. That's why I'm trying to talk, and you keep interrupting me even now.
I'm sorry.
Even now, you're like, well, you're doing this. I'm like, no, listen. I just want to say that I really appreciate that interview, and I hope we get a chance to do it again. That's all. And I didn't want to like give him a hard time about that one thing he said.
No, I think it's fine.
No, it was fine.
Yeah.
It
was
I hope that you guys liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah, well, it's still on cloud 9 for it, but
I'm like 19. I'm way up there.
Maybe we'll get an video interview next time because I'm much better. Yeah, Home Again was when Scully's mom died.
That was rough.
That was just a really. So actor Miles Robbins just tweeted and pretty much confirmed that he was William. The morgue scene was good. You're watching it now? Yeah, I think we got to go rewatch.
Yeah, I love you guys, but I think I need to watch this again before I go to sleep. And I'm falling asleep.
It's just so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard. I'll watch it again, but
But you know what? I don't think we're gonna have nightmares. I think we're gonna have like soap opera mares. Is that a thing? I don't know. Yeah. I think we're gonna have like family drama. Because it would end up being much more sad. It had scary moments though, but even though you knew the monster was fake,
everybody who had seen the episode said get ready to be sad. So I knew.
Yeah.
I just thought that there'd be a little bit more of the monster.
Mm-hmm.
And we had seen a lot of the episode, but it was unclear as to how it was all going to tie in.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, I thought this was a very good episode. I'm heartbroken that Mulder did not get to interact with William, and that they did not I really just wanted him to run to them in the hospital.
Yeah. Oh, I know,
And,
but that's too easy.
Sad.
That's too easy. It's too soon.
No, if that had happened though, we would have all cheered.
Yeah.
We really would have all cheered. It would have been like cheer, cheer.
But it's
cheer,
like
cheer.
it's like that tension, that negative space.
I know, but if that had happened,
we all wanted it.
If they had just allowed that to happen,
yeah,
we'd probably be screaming and cheering and crying different types of cheer. Now it's almost like it was such a tease. That moment was such a tease that it was like
there's a lot of teases. There's a lot of
and
like this
then
close
to have
moments.
the like kind of given so close, and then taken away, and then to find out that was him, and
knowing what we know now, that they bumped into each other earlier, right? Knowing that we know that was William now,
yeah,
like watching it a second time, I was like, oh,
I gotta go back and watch again.
Watch William.
You missed our interview.
Oh, go back and watch it.
Go watch it. It's on my channel.
Yeah, it's on. You can watch it. It'll
I
always
uploaded
be there.
it. I uploaded it yesterday. My interview with David. It was really, really good. I was really happy to talk to him. I'm so glad he took the time to call us and give us an interview on the phone. Like, that's just the nicest thing.
From what I understand, this is all leading up to an X-Files Gifted crossover.
I only asked him one X-Files question because I want to focus on the music, because the music is really.
Sarah says we're not allowed. Sarah says we're not allowed to delete this.
No deleting this.
No
okay.
Deleting this. Don't delete it.
Okay.
Nobody watches.
They do. A lot of people watch.
A few thousand people.
Yeah. Should make your banter skit and open for David's shows. Yeah, I don't think he'd allow that. he brought Walt up on stage that one show, and it's never happened again. So I don't know. Walt is too goofy.
I love Brad, but maybe he'll let us interview him before the shows for the Q&As.
Well, we might be able to interview Brad, actually. He probably answer all the same questions that David has. So that would be a
cool fly on the wall interview.
I can interview him, because I
might be able to interview him about other projects.
Because honestly, I think people do not understand that he's a really great, awesome guy.
Or Brad and Kerry together.
I just want to talk to one. I think that's too much.
That is true. That is true.
Maybe he will allow me to
Brad, don't
interview.
yell at Kerry.
Walt, stop!
Oh shit, that's
okay. So so maybe I can talk to him, and he'll be able to give us some insight about the music, because he's super chill and super cool guy, and really loves all you guys, and David loves all you guys. Everyone that works for David and works on his team loves you guys. He's really very loyal, dedicated person. So to fans and to David. So I just want to put that out there.
Willis.
We adore him.
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah. Yeah, go check it out. And I mean, honestly, Brad Davidson, that's the reason why it happened. He arranged for that to happen for us. So he's just a really good team. David's band is absolutely amazing, incredibly talented. Everyone that he has working around him are really good guys, and their talent is just unmatchable. And they have a lot of chemistry, and just having seen them tour and do shows together over the past 2 years. What? Why are you laughing?
Oh, I think I commented on TJC's typo of Willis.
What you talking about, Willis? They've progressed. Willis? I have nothing but respect for everyone on there.
Oh, it's beyond respect. It's respect. It's sincerest appreciation.
Yeah, they're all good people, and I just want to, just to someone who's been a set of eyes and ears that's seen a lot of stuff over the past 2 years, I can honestly say that David is in very good hands, and he's made some really good choices for his music.
Jim Wong said Mulder's emotional journey is through Scully, and that he's just supporting her because he's connected to it through her. I think that's very true, because he wasn't there when William was given up.
David is intimidated.
No,
he's not intimidated.
Oh, wait. David was there for the birth, right? No.
Mulder was there for the birth.
Oh, God, help me.
Mulder improvises. Mulder's going to be singing on the stage, and David's actually going to be there for the birth. So Mulder was not there for the birth. She showed up in a helicopter, and she already had the baby.
That's right.
we got robbed of that scene.
And we had that one moment at the end of season 8.
Yes, with the lone gunman.
The 3 of them together.
And then they held the baby, and things could have been better.
And then he disappeared.
When the series should have ended.
Yeah.
So Dave is not intimidated by us being funny.
No. Oh, I don't think he's intimidated by much.
No, he's not intimidated.
He's a very powerful man.
When it comes to singing, I think he can get a little bit intimidated because he's not a singer. But
well, I think he put it very well.
He does a good job.
He came to it as an adult, and the kids picked it up quicker because
you can. I mean, especially if you're taught when you're young.
Very, very true.
If you're not trained, if you're trained when you're young, and someone says, "Oh no, you can't sing," and you think you can't sing, it takes you a long time to realize, "Oh, well, maybe I can sing."
Try teaching adults improv.
Yeah, that's a great idea to interview. But I think at some point I mentioned to him, I was like, if you can't give me an interview with David, maybe I can interview you because
William is Jesus.
You can actually answer all the same questions probably, and maybe even more so.
Mm-hmm. Justice for Brad.
Justice for Brad. Hashtag. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
I think most people appreciate Brad and understand.
Well, the people that have interacted with him, the people that have never interacted with him don't know him. There's a lot of stuff.
I think with all artists,
not so nice things being said on Tumblr.
And correct me if I'm wrong.
I see you, and stop, knock it off. Because you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
So stop.
I think a lot of artists.
William is Jesus.
Every artist, especially every star, has their team. And their team is there to make the star look good, to support the star. You don't see all the things that they do. And what David was even saying, like, he's not good at organizing. Like, his team.
But he doesn't know what he's doing from day to day.
Make sure he is where he needs to be.
He really doesn't, because we saw him. I remember because we saw him at Barnes & Noble, and the Y thing was like a few days later, like the following week, like the following Monday.
I didn't even know I was going to be there.
And we were like, hey, we're going to see you. We'll see you on Tuesday. And he's like, what?
What's Tuesday?
What's Tuesday? We're like, the Y thing. He's like, oh, that's Tuesday? I don't even know. So he doesn't really know what he's doing the next day. That's how his schedule is.
But the flip side of it is, to everybody else, that team are gatekeepers because they feel like they should have access to the star, as if that star has time for every one of us all the time. So
they're not gatekeepers. What are you talking about?
No, they're not. They're not gatekeepers.
No, they're not.
They're not. They're not. But I'm saying they're not. But I think they become to the jerks out there.
Oh, the jerks.
They have the perception that these people are gatekeepers.
David was there for the birth. Yeah. No, that's just people's perception.
Mulder was there for the birth.
That's 100% people's perception.
Oh, you're making fun of what I said.
There are no gatekeepers. You guys have been known.
No, they're not. They are not gatekeepers.
The only gatekeepers are people that are gatekeepers of the fandom that like to police other people of the fandom and like tell them how to behave.
That's a whole other thing.
That's a whole other thing, and that's what I'm doing my diss track on. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
There are no gatekeepers. People are just
people make
busy.
Their own decisions. Like a celebrity makes their own decisions.
But there's a reason why celebrities don't have their cell phones in public. They deserve privacy when they're not doing
anyone
events.
Deserves privacy.
Yeah, everybody does.
If you don't know somebody, then why are you going to call and hang out with them?
And nobody has time. Most people don't have time to.
What you talking about?
Deal with the people in their own life. Yeah, what you talking about?
If there are no gatekeepers, are there key masters?
Oh, I am the key master. Are you the gatekeeper?
There is no Dana. There's only Sewell. Do you think Mulder was emotionally disconnected from William because he's unsure what role Scully wanted to play with William? Or is it because he's unsure of his son? It's his son. So I think he was putting on a face to comfort Scully. I think he was playing a role because his first concern is Scully.
I think he's consciously delaying his own emotion.
I think he
and it's all comes from that statement.
He's not emotionally disconnected.
Right.
I think
you know what I'm talking about?
Connected.
It all comes from that one statement to the other two guys, the other DOD agents. You do not know where my mind is at right now.
Right.
That statement sums up Mulder's emotional, and he's putting it like, you don't know where it is because I'm burying it right now on purpose. It's like, you don't want to push me and you don't want me to explode on you right now. All the stuff that he's holding in as he's realizing what's really going on. Right. And I think there's a Mulder that's about to explode. Dana Scully has had the emotional moments, has had the luxury, but Mulder is so busy protecting her and protecting the truth and protecting William on some level, from these people. Like, he doesn't have the luxury of breaking down right now. What's the episode that at the end of like he's in the church and all of a sudden the tears just flow? I think it's a church, right? And all of a sudden, is it after his mom dies or no, it's something else? There's some moment where he just totally just allows himself to just he makes the crying face.
That happens a few times.
Yeah, but there's one particular one where he really just breaks down and like he can't do that right now. There's going to be a time where that comes.
There's several episodes.
Yeah, and there's a bunch. I think there's in particular where he's sitting in a church or he's sitting somewhere, and it's like all of a sudden there's a moment of silence where he's allowed that moment, and it all catches up. You know what I mean? There's a moment coming, and I don't know if we're going to see it on screen or not. There's a Mulder moment coming that is just all that stuff's going to come to the front, and it's either going to be the cry, or it's going to be extreme anger and vengeful because of something that could happen, you know?
Someone wants to know, Funny Ginger wants to know, I was going to rewatch and actually look for the dream guy. Yeah, we should look for him.
Good point. And
Mulder has no idea of the revelation. Mulder said he had to put William behind him, plus Mulder-child bond is strong. So that could be why it's strictly seen through Scully's eyes.
Mm-hmm. And it's a little bit of the... like when he said, like when the lone gunman, you know, is it possible that Langley's alive? Like I wasn't there, you know, there's a lot that he wasn't there for that he missed. And so I think there's a lot of Mulder thinking, wow, what don't I know? What went on that I don't know that I need to catch up really quickly with, you know? And it, you know, I think the last 15 years for Mulder has been filling in those blanks a lot.
Yeah.
How much? Go ahead.
Personal opinion of season 10's finale, B-roll will be in season 11's finale. I hope not either.
I don't think you need it. We're getting some of it already.
I hope we don't get that much, honestly.
Yeah.
We've seen enough. When Scully went into remission, is that when he was out in the hospital room and he got the picture of the smoking man? Skinner gave him the picture of him and himself as Samantha as a kid and said, the smoking man is dead. This is him. And he's looking at the picture. He did break down at that point. But he also broke down.
Yes.
He also broke down in his apartment after the first time he had the face off with the smoking man. He broke down in that episode. Season 2, I believe.
Doesn't Mulder has that one moment where the three of them are together at the end of season 8, right? Mulder and Scully are holding William.
Existence, yeah.
Yeah. So at the very end of Existence.
That's when the show should have ended.
And that's like the only time Mulder really
should have been the series finale.
Touched and seen William. Like has had experience with William. It's brief. And then the next day, Mulder's gone. To try to figure out what's going on to protect William.
There is this whole dream thing too. We got to go back and examine that. Because in the beginning they talk about that a lot. So his only experience with William is through Scully.
Mm-hmm. You know, maybe Mulder is trying to say that the person that ends up being William is actually the dream guy.
Yeah, he breaks down and sign it when he finds out his mom, after his mom has died and she comes back and she says,
"Oh yeah."
He breaks down and cries. Yeah, it happens a lot. I mean, Mulder breaks down and cries
when he sees her, the vision of her. That's freaky. That was sad.
No,
remember in the hotel room and all of a sudden he sees her trying to talk to him because she just died or something like that.
Who?
Mulder.
Who's died?
Mama Mulder. Mulder's mother.
No.
Is there something like we see Mulder's mother?
No, that's Scully's dad.
No. It happens later too with Mulder's mother. There's a moment where Mulder's mother is trying to say something. And then he wakes up. There's like a handwritten note or something like that.
I think you're confusing.
Am I confusing a different show?
You're confusing a different scene. He breaks down in his apartment.
That I remember.
After Scully does the autopsy on his mom, and he breaks down when he says, you know, she was trying to tell me something, and then Skinner comes in and she's obviously slept there.
So Kathy says here.
I think the dream guy thing is just Chris Carter red herring, like fake werewolf pick.
Yeah, it's like maybe just a pop culture phenom too. He's just throwing in there.
Walt is correct. Do we see Tina Mulder come in as a vision? I thought we got a call. Mulder gets a call from her when he's off chasing these the girl who's disappeared. There's just there was a scene where the psychic sees Mulder. There was something in closure when Mulder wrote something down.
Yeah.
And didn't realize, but it wasn't. Right. I don't think that was his mom. Chris Carter throws those crumbs that lead us to nowhere. I agree. Cigarette smoking cigarettes are clove.
Have we seen a packet of Morley's this year? We haven't seen the logo for Morley's this year, have we?
Well, I'm glad he gave up smoking. That's good.
Who? CSM?
No, William B. Davis.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I misread them. Okay. Mama Tina. Yes, right. Okay, we do see. Yeah.
We see a vision of her talking to him.
At some point, I feel like it's in a hotel room or something.
I thought he's in the hotel room and she calls him, and that was before she committed suicide and took the pills. And then when he goes back, she's, they find that she's, yeah.
Guess we got to rewatch it.
He's going to leave it to Langley. Well, yeah.
More breadcrumbs. All right, should we go? It's almost 11. I think we should rewatch with the West Coast.
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to tweet with it when I rewatch.
I might retweet a couple people's tweets just to kind of play along. I want to pay attention a little bit. Skip some commercials.
Pay attention, but I'm going to watch again. I'm going to post a vlog tomorrow. Yeah. And yeah, I do have a whole behind the scenes vlog of our interview and day of preparation with David. If you guys haven't seen our interview, it's just a phone conversation, but I'll put the actual video. It actually sounds much better.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I got a couple interviews. I got Mitch on stage talking to us, so I'm going to try and talk to Mitch and see if I can talk to him for next week.
Oh, that'd be freaking amazing. I have...
After Kitten.
Do we want to see before or after? After. I don't want any more spoilers.
Yeah, we don't want spoilers.
I was like, okay, we've seen this episode. We gotta talk.
I'll see if we can talk to a few people. Now, some of the actors Q&A. Are doing some of these other podcasts and a couple other interviews, so we might be able to get some of these other actors.
I'm right.
To us too. What? Walt is right about what? He saw her talking, and that's when Mulder decides she was trying to say something. Where was that though? Was that in?
I think some hotel room. I could see the furniture and the bed, and he's got a end table.
But that's not what he wrote down though. That was a separate scene that he wrote down was something different.
The palm lamp was in Herrenvolk. Yeah. You saw her talking, and that's where Mulder decides what she was trying to say. Yeah. That was a great episode. There's oh my God, this show's so amazing. I love this show. And there's, you have 9 seasons, Prime, 2 movies, and these 2 bonus seasons. There's just so much. It's amazing. I remember moments. I don't remember episode names. I'm horrible. I go looking for these things, but I do remember very distinct moments.
So we see a vision, and then she calls because he actually picks up the phone and talks to her, and that's when he was in the bed. And Scully comes in and is like, I know Skinner's mad because he's gone off to investigate this case, and they want him to step away from it because it's a missing girl. So it's like the whole Mulder going after missing girl thing. Oh, chasing after your sister. All that stuff.
See, this is why we're trying to keep up with the rewatch in 2015, but we got busy. And we fell behind in season 3. And how many times have we seen the first 5 seasons? The first 3 seasons. First 3 seasons.
Watching.
But the first 5 seasons, at least 3 or 4 times. The first 3 seasons, maybe 100 at this point. I mean, the pilot I've probably seen 100 times, more than Star Wars. And I'm sure I've seen it more than Star Wars at this point.
We're gonna tie this back to Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm wearing the shirt. What are you gonna do? But there's just so much to see, so little time. This show has given us so much. Good night, Kelsey. Good night, everybody. I think I need to go.
We're gonna go and watch the episode again in a hotel room. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it now because you guys, obviously I was wrong.
Hotel California.
Walt was right again. Walt's always right.
That's why David loves me more.
Okay. I'm okay with that, actually.
I'm sorry. I love you, honey.
Get away.
All right. Good night, everybody. I love you all.
Okay, guys. I hope we were here to provide some therapy.
This is therapy for. I needed therapy the last week too for different reasons. I need the therapy. This is therapy for me. I hope we're there for other people too.
I'd like Walt to be in my vlog, but he's got to do a show in the morning.
I got to do a show.
Got to do some improv.
I pay the bills.
Yeah, I got to pay for Australia.
Hey guys, we'll see you down under.
See you guys next week. Good night.
Yo.